Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and you're back with Transport Fever Mainline. In the last episode we expanded out the freight route to Mega City 1. Let's pursue this van down here. And we did so in the hope of turning this potential economic powerhouse into an economic powerhouse. We clearly thought that through. It's not yet fully hooked up. We still have to put some trains out here on the line. But once we've done so, I have a feeling this one might spring into life quite quickly. Anyway, I don't want to hang around. The first thing we need to do is where we left off, which is hook up the existing goods facility, goods route, over onto the line so that it can actually get out here. Now then. Therein lies the challenge. Now, we've already hooked up onto the single track goods line. What are you, road vehicle? You're a bus. The Sherma commuter. You've been running for absolutely ages and you're carrying one passenger. If anybody ever asks why it is I don't bother too much with interior passenger routes, there's your answer. So we'll get that replaced anyway. I could spend more time on that and make it work, but not right now. Right, okay. So this here is that's the bypass goods route. The station is ignoring it entirely. So what I probably want to do here is stay airborne. And roll across these surface streets and hook up over here by this coal mine somewhere. Well, that's going to be tricky. You're going to want to stick around and watch that, I imagine. Okay, well, we're across the river. I mean, that started out quite well. We're going to have the usual nonsense as far as trying to get bridges to comply in any kind of emerging fashion. But we are across the river. We're going to want to get rid of this bit of road as well, I think. Is that being used by anyone right now? It's not. Then we don't care. No, it's a main connection, apparently. Well, I don't care. Right, let's... can we get rid of the level crossing without killing the track? Yeah. Good. And... bingo. Right, marvellous. So we're going to then peel out. Hold everything. Hold on. Yeah. No, it's all right. It's okay. It's fine. You can all relax. I had a moment there where I thought we might need to cross over onto the far side, but we don't. So that's fine. Right. We'll pull this one out like so. 160, 170 is perfectly adequate for that. And then we'll go along this way, and then. Which track are you? You are an inside. So let's rock that around on there. What are we slow to? 110. That's not too bad. I don't have too many freight trains that will actually do more than that, because obviously we haven't started deploying the heavy duty European electrics yet. They're the ones that are actually going to build the speed beyond that. Right, now then, what should we do with this? I think we'll merge down here and be excessive and have a quad bridge going on here, and then we'll merge once we get down to the bottom end. Now I'm going to do this quite quickly, or I'm going to do this as quickly as makes any sense. We might need to go a bit further. Go on, no, that really isn't what we want. Do this instead. Why do you hate everything? What is it that causes you to be so dissatisfied? There you go. That's all right. All right, and then we want to do the parallel with that. Right. I think we saw an 83 there, which is less desirable, but we'll soak it up. If it ends up causing massive tailbacks or a backlog of some description, we'll fix it at a later date. Right. There we go. And then you come up here. Like that, and then you come up next to it. Yeah, you know how I keep mentioning I need to get some more bridge mods in to make these a little bit prettier. I need to get some more bridge mods in to make this a little bit prettier, and that's a fact, Bob. Right, we'll stick a signal there and a signal here. Road vehicle 53. What are you about? Oh, look at this. You're a commuter service carrying 0 passengers. Brilliant. Good. Fantastic. Well, there you go. Have some. Part of the reason that these passenger routes don't work so well at the moment is because there's quite a lot of overlap in catchment area, and the station itself, due to the way that I've placed the station kind of central in each city, the station itself is also having a reasonable level of overlap going on, or catchment overlap, let's say, with everything else. Right, that should do the trick. There's a little bit of a concern that a train might block this junction, but at the moment we're unlikely to be using the bypass lane. Oh yeah, it sounds technical, doesn't it? Right, okay, that's done. Yeah, it is. Yeah, no, that's done. Right, let's call up our freight services here and get them hooked up. So you're that one. That's that. That's this. You now need. This is going to be mainline, and you are boxcars. So boxcar. Yeah, that'll do as far as a naming convention is concerned. Right. Okay, you can go first as well. You are the oldest and finest of lines. Let's just check we've got the right vehicles and everything. Yeah, we have. That's all super. Don't worry. We will have a look at the actual profit that we're generating shortly and see where the hole in the situation is. I'm pretty sure that it's been running long enough now that we should be able to evaluate whether the whole thing's a disaster or not. Place your bets. You've got a couple of minutes. Right, here we go. So, out from Hogsmeade to Megacity 1. You've gone for platform number 1 there. No, you've not. You've gone for platform number 4. 4 is the platform, and the platform is 4. And then, yeah, you see, that's not exactly what I've got in mind. There, do you not have the ability to cross over onto the other track? You don't. Okay, well, that's not ideal. I'll be honest with you. It's just not ideal. Can we fit in another junction of any kind here? Well, there is another way we could do this. We could go into number 1, for example, and then if we stick a signal on about there, which, no, we've already got one. You want to signal out the other way. Where's the nearest one I've got? I see. Look, we could put a signal on here. There you go. And then if we one-way some of this stuff, I know I talk about how much I don't like one-waying, but sometimes it's easier. What I don't want to be doing is having to use a lot of signal waypoints on the way back. Now you see, don't want to do that, do you? Okay, fine. In which case, you go that way on the way up. Oh, hold on. You don't have a flipping junction either. All right, then. Well, don't go into 1. Go into 2, and then it will probably not work still. I've got all of this crisscrossy track going on, and it's still not playing ball. There you are. There, see? 2. All right, okay. That's nice. And then, after that, we'll go into go back to Hogsmeade, and then you can go about your business. Right, Hogsmeade. Add one of these, and it's there. I'm going to now trust that this is not all broken. Alright, I'm putting a great deal of faith in you here, chum, so good luck. Right, okay, that's the boxcar setup. Now let's have a look at the flatbed, which we're going to do the same thing, but we'll send this one into 2 instead of 1. So from Hogsmeade, you go to... I'm following the track every time, despite the fact that if I were to go as the crow flies, it would be a whole lot more straightforward. No, you've gone into 3. 3's fine. 3's fine. First one went into 2. This one's going into 3. 3's not fine. Why are you doing that? What possible reason is there other than I've set the track up badly that you are doing... Yeah, it's because I've set the track up badly. And you haven't got a switch until then. No, you have got a switch. Unless you haven't got a switch. Let's do a bit of that. There you go. Marvellous. Right, okay, that's now working as well. It's chosen an unconventional, it's chosen a terrible route. You can use that one, but you can't use this one. No, you need to come through. Bring back up the other route there. Mainline flatbed. There you go. Because we're going to want to see where they're all going. Because otherwise, lunacy is going to prevail. Although somehow you didn't bring up the one you needed. It wasn't flatbed. It was boxcart. There you are. Bring that up. Right. Okay. On paper, that looks fine. Except, of course, it doesn't. This should not be going that way. Teal, you need to go up the... Oh, I'm so confused with myself. Come out through 1. Hogsmeade, 1 is that one. Okay, so that one, you should be 2. No? No, you should... Yes, you should be 2. Right, and then on the way back, go through 1. Yeah, this is all... I know, this is all very straightforward stuff. But somehow I am managing to fox myself every time we do this. Where's... I'm okay with the yellow route taking that path. That's fine, as long as we're able to see where it's merged, which we're not. Okay, right, that appears to be working, I think. Let's just check at this end. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Good. All right, smashing. Now then, for my final trick, and it's a good one, from Hogsmeade we go out to Mega City 1. See, that's what I want it to do. That's going to be lovely, but I'm going to need to put in a set of points so it can use the track correctly. All right, we'll try it. I'm not 1,000,000% confident here, but we will try it. I know, I saw the signal, don't worry. We'll do that. Oh, what have you done now? No, that's okay. That's okay. We'll pull the signal back down here. It's a bit of a mess. Once it's running, I'm going to look at it again. But just to get it set up, then let's go check. Because every time you make a slight track adjustment, the game gets clever with you. Right, blue. You are going up and down on a route I find acceptable. That's good. Yeah, okay, that's all fine. Yeah, we're all golden here. Now then, let's just bang some signals up on here, because that's where queuing is going to happen. And then we'll put some more on there. Now, you shouldn't need them just before the station, but it will help keep things flowing just a little bit better. Because obviously we go single track through these tunnels, so anything could happen. Just check what yellow's doing. Yellow's taking a really unconventional route, but you know what? That's splitting the load between the two, so that could work out quite nicely. Right, now then, let's have a quick look before we press on of the turnaround time. 17 minutes on each. Youch! That's not fast, is it? Which is a bit odd, given that pretty much all of them stop everywhere. Although I don't think the flatbed does. Right, okay, let's just let's rock the tempo and wait for something to appear down here, which it surely will do within the next 17 minutes. Right, well, we've got some freight waiting already. That's nice. Oh, and here's a train. Good show. Are you delivering? Are you doing anything? No, you're not. But you have turned up, and that's a good start. Let's make sure it goes out on the correct side of the track. Yeah, there we go. All right. Now then, let's have a look and see how big a disaster we've got going on here. Atlantis stone shunting has broken, and that will be because I've cut it off from the hopper that was delivering to it regularly. As you can see, the hopper is currently full of was full of stone. It's obviously just made a delivery to drop off there. Stone shunting, yeah, costing me a merry fortune, but below that, the news is actually pretty good. In fact, it's, yeah, this is all not bad at all, because if we look at the other end, this is very happy. Pleasant View Food is a smidge on the ancient side, but we can make a change there when we need to. Yeah, all right. We've got a profitable business. None of these lines are running the kind of gangbusters numbers that I would be hoping for from a routinely successful service. All of these passenger services are starting to look a little bit on the creaky and ancient side of things, but that's not the end of the world either. Yeah. All right. Okay. So, well, we're rolling. That's something to be somewhat pleased about, possibly. I haven't seen another train yet. Oh, hold on. Arkham can't get to Winchesterton Fieldville. That will be the main connection that I severed. All right. I'll put it back again. Despite the fact that we have never touched Arkham or Winchesterton Fieldville as a main event yet. Which is the bit of road that I separated? Here it is. Right. How do you want to play this? I'll tell you how I want to play this. I want to get rid of that and this, because I see a route that is more friendly towards what we're trying to accomplish here. Right, and then we'll peel off about here. Right, like that, and we'll go over the top. Yeah. Yeah, go as far as there, and then make a less ugly connection. And that should make these people happy. Yeah, there we go. And Dunder Mifflin is complaining as it always does. Right, okay, good. That's that. Now then, the ideal would be to bang another train on each of those. As you can see, we are very profitable. We've spent 9 million on new vehicles. We're in October, and we're up in the teens. So that's good, frankly. This can only mean that I've actually started to make a bit of an impact with this new setup, but it remains to be seen exactly how well it's going to work. Whew, exciting stuff! And look at all this plastic. Where are you going? Plastic's all heading out to Asgard. Interesting, because we've got a facility over here that quite likes a bit of plastic. Not sure you're aware of that, but just in case. Right, let's slow it back down again. There we go. Let's smell the flowers. Right, you're coming in. You've got one unit of construction materials, a whole lot of planks, and that's great. This is all working fine. Presumably the planks are all ending up here. We're ready to go out to production. That's good. Yeah, well, this is the most lively this station has looked in terms of what it's carrying for quite some time. So that's positive. We've got a bit of a backlog going on here. I think basically I'm almost at the point where I can add another train onto each of the 3 lines. If we ever catch up on this one, it'll be a miracle. But that will work jolly well. Yeah. And I'll tell you something, having all of this stuff waiting is it's nothing but good news, because it basically means that there is untold levels of profit waiting to be seized. Right, and that should be the stone shunter coming back into profit, which it is. Great. Okay, good. Now then, let's press on and expand again. I was tempted to do the river-based route today, but actually I'm going to hold off on that, and we'll do that next time. Okay, let's do Hill Valley, which is neglected by everybody at the moment, and we can make it less neglected immediately by adding the passenger route. So you're going to go Hill Valley to Minas Tirith to Atlantis, and then up to Pleasant View, and then back again. Now, we've said we're going to be using, we've said, and we are going to be using European trains for this one. So I've added a couple more into the collection. I'm pretty sure you'll probably subscribe to the collection if you're playing along anyway, but just double check you've got all the latest goodies. Right, what's going on here? That looks fine, but it doesn't at the same time, because we haven't connected that through onto the... What the heck is going on here? No, it shouldn't be doing that. I think I've got a network mistake-o. Right, 2468, right? That's what we're expecting to see come out of there. And at some point, it turns into 6. Don't know. Something is happening in this tunnel. And obviously, when I built this, I made the... Here, see, look, there it is. Oh, crumbs. Right, okay. So, what are we going to... How are we going to? What are we... Where are we? Well, firstly, we do... no, you've got one, at least. It's in there somewhere. Keep that one up. And then see if you can find another one. Actually, there will only be one, and you've already done it, so that's all fine. What this is the train just being flipping lazy and taking the inside route. So if we stick a signal on there and a signal on here, and then we do the same up here as well. In fact, if we do it with all of them, that one, and this one, and that one, that one, that. Fine, sit there, see if I care. No, you could have gone in a straight line, but you decided that you're too good for it. And no, you've hosed it. There's hosage going on here. No, there isn't. This is fine. You've just got that one on the wrong track. Right, get rid of that. That's it. That one should sit there. So you get 2 that are right next to each other, and then 2 that are facing like that. Okay, good. Right, if we make this one way, yeah, it's broken. It's broken, Dave. It's not happening. Right, well, it will be. It'll be fine. It's because it's trying to go to the same platform both times at Minas Tirith. Let's go down. Because what it should do is odd platforms one way and then evens the other way. Right, Minas Tirith coming down from Atlantis to Minas Tirith. 3s are fine. On the way back, you're going to want a 4 in here. That's it. And then when you get to... this is Atlantis. Flipping isn't. Minas Tirith 4, Atlantis 4, Pleasant View 7. Correct. That's right. That's what you should be doing. Right, there you go. And that all looks dandy. Yep, good. Right, smashing. Where are you starting out? Hill Valley. Well, we'll just call that Hill, I suspect. Hill. 2, check your formatting. Let's get something consistent in our naming conventions. Thank you. 2, Pleasant, which is P-L-E-A. I don't think it is. We should have something... Plzv. Right, yeah. That sounds like the sort of abbreviation that I'd be thrilled to make. Good, right, okay, there we go. That's that set up. Let's go and put some trains on there. And Alpha Complex... If we point them this way, they'll arrive quite quickly. Let's go. Multiple units electric. So yeah, we've got these Dutch numbers now being added. We've also got some more Dutch numbers added. We've got a French one. There, let's look French. 140, 15 million a throw, 2.5 million a year. No, you're a bit pricey in the first instance. We've got... You're running a similar kind of setup there. All right, this one. 52. 52 is a little lower than I'd like, but we could stick a couple of them together. 73. That's more like it. Yeah, let's do it. Also in the mix here, I've got the Javelin. Now, I'd be quite happy to run the Javelin, apart from the fact that all the reports are that it is a nightmare to make it profitable. So we'll ignore that for the time being. And then we've got this super heavy loading, I'm going to guess Spanish number, 250 passenger capacity. And you kind of go, well, that's cheating. You kind of go, yeah, but it's 3 3/4 million to run a year. So it is balanced, even if it isn't perfect. 144 passengers, 2.5 million a year. No, let's go with this. No, where are we? Here we go. I think this NS says to me that it's another Netherlands service. Either way, the price is about right. Let's go with 3 of them. 3. I think I bought 3. I did buy 3. Set this onto Hill Valley, please. There you go. Right, we'll watch that coming out. Train 25, what are you? Atlanta Asgard. Why are you running so low a number of passengers? Surely Surely it should be working a little better than that. Also, what are you? Kill this one off. No, come here. You. Oi, you. Alright. We've got a bizarre. Okay, fine. Right, well, let's replace that. Electric. Yeah, this should be a money printer by this point. It's had enough time to build in some effectiveness. So let's go a front one, like that, and a rear two, and then set that to auto replace. On 18 passengers. Weird. Okay, and I suspect it's not because there. Yeah, look, there's plenty of people waiting to go. They just don't want to ride that particular service. Interesting. Anyway, here we go. New train. Not used this one before. Very nice. Bit of Sprinter. Jolly colourful. Happy little train. First class and second class. Both the classes. And it sounds a little bit like a metro liner. Good. Right. Okay. That's those going. Now we need to actually build the goods platform station. Platform goods. You're also scoring deliveries here. Coming out of VirtueCon. So you're receiving oil, which is possibly why you've got a bit of growth here. But if you look at the rest of the town, it's pretty Spartan. Where are you on the town's list in terms of population? Hill Valley is the smallest. This is the smallest town on the map at the moment. Well, it's not going to stay that way. Connecting up to a passenger route is a very effective way of growing a town. So, where am I going to stick the goods? You know what we could do here? It's going to interfere with the overall profit of the city. That's the only downside. What I'm thinking is I could put a curved station that matches the curve that we've got going there, of a goods variety, and that would look quite clever. The downside is that you lose these second street connections, which is what will fuel the growth of the city out this side. So I don't really want to do that. What else have we got nearby? This would work. Okay, we could go on the hillside here. It's going to be a tricky one. But hey, when's that ever stopped me? Right, we won't use this one this time. Have I got any other alternatives? No, we'll just go with the regular flexible. 4 tracks, please, and we'll make it. Just give me a break here. 200 plus 200. We'll make 400 in length because that's going to be challenging. Right. Anything else? Well, let's do that. And then everything else should just fall into place if I can get it to sit anywhere along here at all. The other benefit from this is that I've seemed to have been able to make it sit. The other benefit to this is that it's already fairly close to this coal mine, if nothing else. Now we've got quite a lot of coal on the network already, but that doesn't mean we don't want to pick up any more. I'm going to try doing it like this. Now this is going to take that. Yes, I will quite happily sit in the area you want, and it's going to make this fight me now. Right, here we go. Go on, snap onto there. First time. Wouldn't have thought it possible. But I'm not going to argue with it. Right, grand. Well, okay, well, this is excellent. This is going nice and fast, and if we get through this in relatively short order, I'll add another passenger route. Right. I'm getting ahead of myself, obviously. Yeah, stick that on there. That's all good. You're going to want to double that one. That's it. Now, let's see if we can get this done before it tells me that I need to connect it up to the road, because it treats me like I'm some kind of newbie. Right. Yeah. The trick to dealing with too much slope, give yourself a little bit longer to get up the slope. There you go. Pro tip, number 72. Yeah, go on. That's it. Marvellous. Straining me neck there to look up the track, whereas I've got full control over the camera. I don't know if this level of immersion is just something that I put myself through or whether we all do it. There you go. No. Yeah, do that and then do this. How ugly is that? Don't answer that question. What do you mean it's not possible? Flipping is possible. Yeah, see? If I tell you to get deleted, then that's what you're going to do. If you reject my first deletion command, then I'll bring out the big guns and just go delete crazy. Right, now then, if I flatten some of this out a little bit, then maybe it will put up a little bit less resistance when trying to build in a supplemental track here. There's a heavy emphasis on the word maybe. Right, okay, do that. No, actually, just go all the way there. Doesn't want to do it. Now, I am doing this from quite a long way out, and sometimes that will make life difficult. 71, let's get up to 110-ish. Right, okay, well, we'll settle with this, and then we'll try and make it less ugly on the approach. There you go. Right. Okay, and then less ugly, please. All right, that's not totally horrible. It's not totally great, but it's not totally horrible. That's fine. There you go. Right, bang in some signals. Yeah, and then at this end, we'll stick one on there. What? Oh, I've spent too long mucking about, and there's the street warning. We knew it was coming. It always does. Right, now then, we're going to need to smooth this lot out so that I can get some kind of truck station in here. But that's not tremendously impossible. I've done worse. There you go. Come on. Just agitate yourself. Right, here we go. 2-lane. This one. Do that. Yeah, that's terrible. Do it again, but better. Hello there, new train. Oh, he might be coming up on his first stop. Look how exciting it is for any new train to be coming up on their first stop. Like so. Alright, okay, good. Then supplemental smoothing. Yes. Right, now, I'm not entirely sure, because I've not fully scoped out the area, but I'm not entirely sure how many different routes we're going to run from here. Obviously, we've got the main Hill Valley delivery to go in, but I don't know what else we've got to plonk on here. And because I'm feeling like it, we'll stick the depot out here by the station. I almost never do that. I usually like to put my depot somewhere as obscure as possible. Right. Again, I point it out simply because I do try to make a reasonable fist of making these places look halfway decent. But I will get around to decorating this once it's all up and running and while you're not watching. I will do a kind of an extended decoration episode at some point. But I know they're not to everyone's taste, so we won't make a special case of it or anything. No, we will make a special case of it. Right. The one joy, actually, out of this approach is that you just don't care about, should I be hooking this up to that? Now, you kind of go, no, you just hook everything up to everything, man. And then the chips fall where they may. That's the whole point of the series. Anything could happen. We've got another brickworks here, and it's within spitting distance of what we're doing. So let's bang it on. We're going to need to road up, and then I think maybe going under or over. Yeah, if we go over here like that, yeah, that's the way to go. Too much slope. All right, let's go not too much slope, and then we'll try and run in parallel with the goods line. Try and run in parallel with the goods line. Now, you see, that's the one thing it doesn't like doing. It will quite happily run a road in parallel it will run the rail in parallel with the road, but it takes offence at putting the road in line with the rail. If I said that wrong, it doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to assume that I didn't say it wrong. You've got some slope horribleness going on there. And we're not going to play the I'll fix it later card. We're going to fix it now. There are levels that you are prepared to stoop to in the name of progress, but this is not one of them. The other thing I need to do with all of this, of course, is I need to uprate the roads a little bit to keep the trucks moving at a reasonable lick. But I'll do that as part of beautification. given that there will be the need for some beautifying after making a bit of a mess with big roads. Right, okay, good. That looks fine. Let's continue our path around here and then hook up onto the road there. What have you done to my hill? You've done bad things to it. Some of those things are possibly against the Geneva Convention. Right, let's try that again. Yeah, almost. Almost, but no. Right, okay, well, what if we get rid of this? And then we do that. That should be at least a little smoother. Yeah, that is a little smoother. And then we'll bring this down. And that's... What I find is, if it's making... Because all this white stuff around the outside is where it's changing the landscape. If it's making changes on a very localized basis, chances are you're going to end up with a ramp built into your road, which is not what you want. Whereas if it's affecting the ground over a broader area, you're more likely to get something less offensive. Right, okay, that's 3. That's about as far as I want to go. Is there any more that I haven't hooked up that are really close? I don't think so. I think we're about there. Okay. You think we're about there, or are we there? I think we're about there. We've got a passenger waiting. All right, grand. Okay, so next job, truck routes. We want 4 in total. That's the wrong button, but let's have a look while we're here. We're up 11 million, and it's July. Nice. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a good red. I should use that red more often. Right, let's start with the good red that I should use more often, and we'll go from out here to here. Good. Right, now that wants stone, as does Atlantis, which is just up the road. So who knows if this is going to work or not? Oh, we're near Gotham these days. This is the by and large. Right. By and large delivery. Actually, we use 2 mainline. See, that makes more sense to me now that I think about it. So let's go with that. And then this one here, we'll do the coal with this. So from there to there. I mean, it's literally just around the corner. Descent. Or decent, if you want to pronounce it wrong. Descent to mainline. Good. Right, and then next up is going to be this one here. It's a good purple as well. It's chosen some nice colours. Right, yeah, Hill Valley sidings to Hill Valley. Now, we could take it as far as there, and that would keep that truck in business. No, we'll go direct. This is Mars Consolidated. Right, so this is going Mars to mainline. Mian line. That's something else entirely. And then finally, this one here is going from Lower Hill Valley. I should probably connect this road up to there, you know, to this... from Lower Hill Valley to Upper Hill Valley. Nice. Good combo. Right, as usual, we'll stick the delivery trucks on first. Let's use these. And I think we'll go with 5. They don't cost too much to actually operate, so that's absolutely fine. Not Asgard, that's miles away. Hill Valley delivery. There you go. Right, good. You didn't need to close the depot window though, because you now need to open it again. Right, so let's go for... This is descent, right? You blue. Blue is descent. Now, that is literally just round the corner, and therefore having a large truck on that is going to be excessive. What have we got that might service our purposes here? Because we could just run an old truck on there, and that would be absolutely fine. Bit of a throwback. I'll tell you what. Well, no, we'll just run the 40-tonner. I know it's one of the defaults, but I think that's going to do the job nicely. And you are going descent mainline, So off you trot. That's you done. And then Mars is the pink one. What are we talking about? Well, we're talking about the pink one. Alright, well, I think 2 will do the job on there. Again, you've closed the depot down. Stop doing that. I don't know why my reflex is to close the depot at every opportunity, but I do. Let's go for the Conrail for this one. Mars, please. Yep, good. Off you go. Right, and then finally, you've done it again. You were just talking. Stop doing that. Oh, I do. And then the by and large, which is a little bit further away, but I think, again, 2 will probably suffice for the time being. If we end up with a big backlog waiting to happen, then, see, that's why you do it. You close it there. Then you set line of all of these onto the thing that you're working on, right? And then you close that because you're done with it. Okay, well, I mean, it stands to reason why it happens. That doesn't necessarily make it okay, though. Right, okay, and then business as usual. We need to get the goods trains running. Before we do that, though, let's actually get some signals on, because otherwise that's going to make mischief all over the place. Now, once I've done this, the running line on my on the goods services at the moment is 17 minutes. Last time I checked. We'll have another quick check in a mo, and that's already pushing it as far as an acceptable length of time. We will check the profit as well before we go any further. But frankly, we want to speed things up a smidge. So we'll do that. What have we got here? We've got 3. So you've got a drop off and then you've got the through trains. There. Hopefully this isn't going to cause too much of a non-bunch up. Right, now then, you are going to want a signal on there, which you shouldn't need. It's the ones coming the other way that you will do. So if we stick one there and one here, that's where you're likely to run into trouble. And then going back the other way is there and there. Alright, okay, good. And then how are we signalling wise the rest of the way? The rest of the way we're absolutely fine. Right, so you can see already that Atlantis now has got a nice amount of bits and pieces waiting. Minas Tirith is still coming into its own, but it will do. I mean, that's a pitiful amount. What have we got? 1 tool and 16 goods. Are you making a... No, you're not doing anything at all. So yeah, frequency is definitely starting to become an issue. Right, this, that, this. Okay, we've been here before. Right, brace yourselves, we're doing it again. Alright, Minas Tirith is the current end of line. So, next stop... and it's a good length, this one. So, I mean, you've got it... As the crow flies, it's quite a lot closer, because you could just go straight that way. Rather than having to go round the scenic route, but even so, you'll be going at a reasonable lick during that period. Right, so from Atlantis to Minas Tirith to Hill Valley, and then back out to Minas Tirith. You have chosen the correct side of the line so far. Well done. Yep, still the correct side of the line. I need some more signals about there, I think. Yeah, because it's not 1 route now; it's 3 routes that we're running this way now, and therefore keeping them moving is all important. Not least of all because they take a little while to get up to full speed. Right, and then coming back, you're going to go through Minas Tirith. I'm quite happy for you to do that. You know, that's okay, but we do need to tell it to stop there. There we go. And that all looks acceptable. Right, okay, the flatbed is working. The boxcar, we didn't look at the length of time. Well, let's do it now, briefly. Main lines. Here we go. So the boxcar's up to 23. These two are now 21. Youch. Okay, well, we can improve that, I'm sure. Boxcar's made 10 million this year. Flatbed, 3.5. That's good enough. But focus on the job at hand, man. Right, okay, so Minas Tirith out to Hill Valley, which is not that far. It's over here. M for Minas Tirith. As you can see, this is starting to get just a little complex. But once we're running these services in both directions, it should simplify a little. I'm using some heavy emphasis there to imply that should be simple doesn't necessarily mean it will be simple. Yeah, let's keep this rolling. I'm sure, actually, that the station approach there at Hill Valley could do with some more signalling as well. We'll check in on that when we do the hopper. And then out to Minas Tirith Central, again on the way back. Right, there. No, not that one. You want to be going on 1, please. There you go. You had it right first time. I applaud the effort there in switching it around. Good. Okay, that's that done. Are you waiting for something, or are you loading? You're loading. Okay, cool. That's a lot of construction materials you've got on board. I suspect you were planning to take those back somewhere, and now you're just finding that you're hauling them across the map for no purpose at all. So I will have dented my profitability there quite significantly. But that's what always happens when you're bedding in. So, you know, we'll live with that. Right, here's Minas Tirith. Let's do it again. Actually, this is proving to be a little less complicated than I was anticipating originally. The ongoing expansion of 3 lines. That is, actually, check the signals while you're in it. No, check the signals when you get back up there. Yeah, this is going to work out reasonably well, I think. Yep, I'm happy with that, although we need to tell it to stop there, and then it's broken it again. So don't stop on 1. Tell you what, you stop on 4. That'll keep them guessing. How's that working out? That works out all right. All right, good. No, hold on, don't stop on 4. No. Those are the wrong way around. You need to stop on 1. That's it. And then that one, oh heck. Yeah, all right, yeah, we've got multiple trains here that are complete idiots. And actually, I'm just as much an idiot for not spotting it. Okay, right, try it again, but better. Blue, coming down, this one is a no-no, so you can't stop on 3. You need to stop on, let's tell you to stop on 2. Right? You on the way, so you're coming from Minas Tirith there to Hill Valley. You can't stop on 3 either, so have you stop on 4. Right, and then on the way back, Hill Valley, Minas Tirith, you stop on 1. That's fine. Hold on, why have we got a non-event happening here? All right, we'll look at that in a sec. That shouldn't be the case. That should work. Oh no, hold on. Yeah, okay. No, I see the problem. Right, the problem's pretty obvious. Now, can we get a diamond on here? Do you think? Not with the lines up, because you can't see exactly where the start point is. You can if you zoom in enough. Where are we? There it is. Right. So from here out to there-ish. Go on. You don't want to do it. Oh, that's a ruddy shame, that is, because that would be properly helpful. We might have to have a rethink. Right, hit the pause button. Bridge pillar collision. I'm not even allowed to delete it. Oh, nuts. Okay, well, we could always try and squeak it in. Negative on the squeaking. Okay, well, we could try further out, but that's just going to create traffic issues. Too much slope. What the heck? Why are you fighting me here? I mean, I know doing crossovers on bridges is not clever anyway. Right. Yeah, you see, that's a ruddy disaster. Oh dear. Yeah. All right, now see, I mean, this approach is all right. Kill all these lot off. Let's turn our attention to laying in the track correctly, shall we? And then we'll all be happier afterwards when it doesn't look like quite such a ruddy disaster. Yeah, kill it all. Yeah, with fire. There you go. Right. Yeah, that's what you get if you don't comply. Oh, hello, we broke that as well. Good job. Yeah, if you don't comply, then it's dozer time. There you go. That's that one fixed. Now then, let's. I'll tell you what. Let's try something else here. Let's try rolling this forward as an embankment, right? Because that might give me enough enough room to stick a really short diamond junction in there. Which will solve the problems. It will slow things down a bit, but it will solve the problems. And I'm in a problem-solving dilemma type situation here. Right, how about that? No, you've got some weird and wacky overlap going on there. Kill that one off. It's clearly not meant for this world. And then roll this up to here. Yeah, that is going to be a very, very short diamond. I think it's too short. I don't think it's going to let me do it. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to give it a try anyway. I can't really shorten this any further because we've got those inbound junctions to deal with. But if you could see your way clear to doing that. Oh, yeah. No, I saw it. I saw it. It was there. Adjust your angle just a little. Yes. And then, now we're doing this on a slope, so there's a good chance it won't work. But today is not that day. It has worked. We are victorious. Amazing. Brilliant. Wonderful. Stick a signal there. Good. And then we're golden. Again. Right. Call those lines back up. Turn this back on. And get them fixed. Right. There we go. We were working on dark blue when last I spoke. But there's a pretty good chance that what we're also going to have going on here is that the other routes have decided to just agitate themselves. Because they feel like it. Right. Hey, you know what I could have done? Yeah, I know it's a bit late to be mentioning that now, but what I could have done was have this as a down, down, up, up. And that would have worked just fine. Oh. Yeah, oh indeed. Yeah, so think about these things in future, will you? Before you go all aggressively deleting everything. Yeah, but the result that I've got is pretty good though, isn't it? Shut up, get back to work. Right, we'll call the flatbed back up in a minute and have a look at it. But let's just make sure this isn't doing something ludicrous. It looks a bit ludicrous, but actually what it's doing is completely correct. So we've gone from, where are we? Minas Tirith, Hill Valley, Minas Tirith. That one is now operational. You can leave it alone. Let's call up yellow. Let's see what you're playing at. Okay, that's less conventional, but that's, yeah, I mean, that's basically showing off what I was just talking about. Oh, look, it's even set up exactly the same way the other end. Yeah, why would I not do that? What a Burke. Okay, fine. No, that's good too. Then let's call up the flatbed and see if that's behaving. And yeah, that's doing exactly the same thing. Yeah. Right, okay, fine. In which case, let's call up dark blue, and we'll have it using the alternates there, so that we're not just using two platforms, because that makes something of a nonsense of using all four. So on the upstream, so heading Hill Valley, Minas Tirith, you want that one on 3. That's it, like that. Now you might go, well, you've got it crossing over itself there. Okay, yeah, but it doesn't matter. Right, okay, good. That's that sorted. Now we're going to need to put some extra trains on there because the length of time delay now is extensive. So let's get out to Alpha Complex, which is the nearer end. Oh, it doesn't really matter, does it? Let's send one out each way, and then the third one out the first way. Right, now, I can't remember what I was running on here, which is exciting. So let's put. I know I was running this chap with the flatbeds. So what are we looking at? those are the ones we want, aren't they? Yeah. And we went 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 270. That's a good number. Right, mainline flat car, please. Right, good. Right, what did you do? What did you do next? Ooh, now you're asking the questions. It will be an SD70 on the box cars. So let's do that, which will be 15 again. We'll do it in a random order. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Right, good. You get out on boxcar. That's it. All right, kill that, and then going the other way. We'll do the coal, which is going to be running. It's me, so the SD40 is always first amongst my chosen. Well, let's put this the Union Pacific on there anyway. And then, no, wait for it. Don't just send it out there with nothing attached. That's not going to do you any favours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Set line hopper. Right, good. Golden. We're there. We're sorted. We might even get some kind of high drama coming out of the depots here. Either that or they might be playing chicken or some such. Although, given that there's no signals on this bit, they're probably not. They're going to be jolly polite and wait for one another to pass. Anyway, there you go. That'll wrap it up for this time. We're making progress, and we're making adjustments as we go. But as you can plainly tell, we've got quite a lot still to do. Next time, I'm going to do the shipping route. The route that involves ships. I don't anticipate that it will be effective. Or in fact used by anybody at all at any point, but I'm setting it up anyway because we're going to see what happens. I think there'll be 3 stops in total, and we'll just have to see how it goes. Anyway, in order to catch up with that one, you're going to want to hit the subscribe button, and please fling a like at this one if you enjoyed it, and I'll catch up with you very soon. Thank you very much for watching. Cheerio. Yeah, so I'm a bit concerned about the amount of money that we're losing now. Sometimes it's all right, sometimes it's not. I think what I'll probably do is I'll let the game just run for, I don't know, maybe 20 years, maybe 50 years, to see what happens with the current setup. So not changing anything, but just letting it run and seeing where the holes emerge. I mean, I can pork barrel my way out of trouble, but I don't intend to do that. I think from here on in, if I run low on cash for any reason, what I'll do is I'll do my standard fixing approach, which is basically to sell everything that isn't making any money and then rebuild from there. Yeah, stick around. Subscribe to make sure you don't miss out on what happens next, because I've a suspicion it's going to be entertaining.